That's true, but that
And when it got popular to become tan, that's when cheeks started coming out.
That's
when skin cancer went up.
You got to think those people,
melanoma.
If they knew what was coming for the future, they'd be like, "Oh, I don't want this to be what the future is like." Like, could you imagine going to?
So what do you think the future's gonna be, Zach?
Zach
just thinks like it's gonna be back to Adam and Eve times. We just walk around.
It's gonna be butt booty naked.
I think that is what it's gonna be, and I'm just gonna go with the time.
No, that's not what he thinks. That's what he's hoping.
No, that's
that man a pervert. Like, he hoping for it.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
You know who I want to do my funeral? Sway.
Your funeral?
Yeah, Sway.
Wait, what did you say though?
My funeral.
My funeral.
Why you putting R's in there? There are no R's in funeral.
Looking for some buff
there's one
niggas
R.
looking for some hot butt sex.
You said 4 though.
Funeral.
Funeral.
But anywho, I want Sway to do my funeral.
Why?
Cause that nigga be like, he just gas niggas up. Like the best out of any DJs on the radio.
But what do you mean do your funeral, bro?
Like I want him to be like, there he is.
Are you dying tomorrow?
No, like he would just make me sound way better than what I am.
Him doing your eulogy?
Yeah, I'm recording this and
we keeping this in. So he doing your eulogy?
Yeah.
So you doing my eulogy?
What's a eulogy, Phil?
But how? I've never watched a like outside of like niggas freestyling. Like I always just see him sitting there. I've never heard.
That's the point that I'm talking about. Before they get to the freestyle, the way he introduced him to the mic, and he'd be like, in the valley of hyenas, and then he, you know what I'm saying.
But what do you want him saying while you're being lowered into the ground?
I don't know, but whatever good qualities I have, he'll take them and elevate them and make me sound that much better.
Like you're one of the smoothest
something, bro.
Bald heads.
But I want him to do my eulogy.
This is the most sus nigga I've ever seen.
I mean,
he's the glizzy.
Bro. Just get your sus comment off.
This is
something, Phil.
No, this kind of a topic right here, and I mean, I have an easy one off the top, but
for what? For who you want to do your funeral?
I mean, mine would my.
Wait,
funeral.
we didn't even introduce the pod.
No, we already going. My funeral would definitely be Morgan Freeman. I mean, you can't not have Morgan Freeman talking about you as you get.
Morgan Freeman's kind of old.
That nigga might be dead by your funeral.
Maybe if you like die tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, like knock on wood. Phil, come here.
Stop it.
Do y'all have people off the top or no?
Phil and Flex looking in the index for both.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Save It for the Pod. It is episode number 13. We in a silly mood tonight. It is Friday night. We recording in a different location than usual.
You just sneeze?
We kind of all over the place. Usually we at my place. Sometimes we at Phil's place. Today we at...
If you want us to do the podcast at your spot, just let us know.
Now we in the
layer. It's a moving podcast.
We're nomads. It's a nomadic podcast.
Yes.
Damn, we low key we might just start something, the traveling podcast.
Shout out May for letting us use their spot.
G shit.
Tune in next time. We'll be in the field.
Yeah, for real. But how y'all boys feeling this week? How's y'all week been? Y'all got your money up this week?
It's been good. It's been kind of crazy. I feel like the social's been taking off with everything.
Yes.
With everything, literally. Like this whole year, I feel like it's just been trending.
This whole year
has just been trending since
29 days.
It's been trying to get right, and it's like, oh shit, it's like a roller coaster right now.
Bro. That's exactly.
And so there's a lot going on, and a lot going on with stocks and stuff. So like, get your Dogecoin up.
Yeah.
Is it Doge or is it Doge?
That was dog.
Nah, I think it's Doge. So I jokingly kept saying Doge, and we'll talk about stocks in a little while. But since we're already on this, I kept jokingly calling it Dogecoin, because like Doja Cat, but I kept calling it Doge. And then I was like, you know what? Because Tatiana was like, you're definitely saying it wrong. She thought it was, I don't know if she thought it was doggy or dog or whatever.
I think it's
dog.
Doge.
I thought it was
no,
dog.
it's because every YouTube video I've looked up, they say Dogecoin.
Really interesting. But I feel good, G. Like AJ said, my year been on the up and up. And you mentioned getting our money up. I did get my money up this week, which is nice.
I said get your money up.
You said that, yeah. Got my payout for my last job, so money up.
Oh, your payout? What is that?
My payout, so like, my last check.
Oh, okay.
They bought you out, bro?
They bought him out of his contract. That's crazy.
But yeah, everything's been on the up and up. Nigga brain been hurting other than that, but that's about it.
Make sure your mic's plugged in.
I can
You
hear
hear
him.
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just do it anyway. It's kind of.
I'm
like
Gucci.
loose.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all heard me. Hopefully
Yeah.
the volume was good. But Brandon wearing a lovely arbor. What does it say? Let the people know.
Bird watching goes both ways. It goes both ways.
So this has been a
Wait,
conspiracy.
It is a conspiracy. I kind of wanted to hear who everyone else wanted to do their
finish
Oh
their
yeah, I
eulogy.
asked y'all, but no one.
Those
Well, I
friends-
guess we.
Well,
got
he's
it.
I
about
was
to
about
answer,
to,
then
and
you-
then you were
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
"All right,
yeah.
welcome to the pod." It's
'Cause
lit.
we got a little sillier. But
Nigga
who
just
you
said, "Let me
got?
cut
Who you
AJ
got?
off."
Who
Go
you
ahead,
got?
Brandon. I know Brandon has one off top.
What about
Who you want someone to do your funeral?
my
Your
funeral?
Your
yeah.
eulogy.
Funeral? Damn, that's a really hard question. But I think if I had to choose,
Are we talking about just how their voice sounds, or what?
What they
Just who you want.
It's a combination because Sway not necessarily for his voice, although he has like a good radio voice.
Yeah.
More so his just how he gasses his artists up.
I want
So even
Playboy
though I'm not
Cardi.
an artist, I feel like he would make me shine.
I want Playboy Cardi.
Brandon anthem. It's lit.
Actually, I think I would want.
When you feel like this,
Sorry.
can't nobody put you in the ground.
When you feel like this, they gonna put you in a coffin.
I'll be so lit with my cane.
Yo,
who you
yeah,
got,
that'd
AJ?
Our voice, bro. This was underrated. No one's coming in. No one's thinking this, but this guy I know named Zachary Bemmel
Hey, it's
Oh,
lit.
with
that is
the
underrated.
sound waves.
It's lit.
What's up,
Voice waves.
motherfuckers?
AJ's
AJ's in the grave.
Another episode of AJ dying.
Well, I hope you don't want your funeral to be a serious event, because I would.
No, I want it
definitely-
to be fun. I want like
And so I just had
maybe
to.
hold on, maybe like a comedian.
Yeah.
Who would
So
I want?
I just said I was just gonna let you go, but I just had to change your heart. I think I would have Dave Chappelle do me.
Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pause.
That's a good choice.
Pause.
Yeah,
They
pause,
be
pause.
smoking a
He
He
cigarette.
said the first comment. Boom.
He did. Yeah. I definitely thought it was gonna be Phil.
Yeah.
I'm
I just
Geechee
lo- I
for the
just
rest of
lost-
the podcast.
I just lost my bet. I just
Phil's-
lost my Wall Street
Phil's-
bet.
It's like a competition for Phil. He's
It
gonna
ain't.
go way, way overboard.
Nope.
Just wait.
All right. So Brandon, what does your shirt say?
It says bird watching goes both ways. It does.
The birds are watching you.
Don't
you got one in your house,
It says birds aren't real, so it's a real movement. It's saying that all the birds that you see flying around. I actually got a field guide to let me know which bird is which. I can show you guys. We'll probably get Luke to put it
So
up in the
yeah,
pod.
while
Luke's not gonna do
yeah,
that.
Luke's not doing it.
Definitely
Definitely.
not.
I'm doing the editing now.
There has never been. If someone says Luke, put this right here. There has never been a time where Luke
So-
would put it right there.
So you want to know a little bit of like the backstory. So from what I've found information on is that people are saying that the U.S. government killed like billions of birds.
All the birds. I
Yeah,
saw.
all the birds for the most part,
In
and
the
replaced
70s,
them
was
with
it?
drones. Yeah, like in the 70s, 80s, and replaced them all with drones. And so like they're literally just spying on us.
So drones been out for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, they got planes flying in the stratosphere and stuff. Of course,
Yeah.
they got pigeons as drones. So pigeons are liars. They're not really pigeons. They're
Well,
actually
I
drones.
seen something funny. I said, someone said, you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Yeah. So
I'm like, damn, I've
No.
never seen a baby
pigeons is the one thing where I was like, okay, I can kind of see this because I've never seen a baby
No
pigeon.
one eats pigeons.
Pigeons
And-
are just a
No,
weird
nah,
ass
people do
bird.
eat pigeons.
But they
People eat
also
pigeons,
aren't.
never mind.
They aren't scared of humans, bro. They just be
Supposedly,
chilling.
That's
that's
true.
in the lore.
Pigeons, the only birds that just be chilling
And
right
they be looking
there.
at you too.
And they
sitting
eat
there
everything
watching
too.
you.
Yeah.
You throw whatever down there, they're like, pop.
Yeah.
Yo, honestly, these ducks around here too. Probably.
That's true. That's true.
I've seen baby ones though.
I fuck with the ducks though. I see baby ones too.
I don't know. These ducks move kind of funny.
I think it's just talking about like the bird. Well, it says goose. Goose are actually the ones that are the surveillance.
And
Oh,
that's
geese-
funny
geese.
because there's been, which AJ and I, maybe not AJ, but definitely I thought it was a duck. And it's a duck I've never, so I've lived in South Florida essentially my whole life, minus 4 years, and the rest of us as well, minus Phil. And there's been a new bird that I've seen that I've never seen my 30 years of life being in Florida.
They're watching you.
And
Surveillance.
like
bro.
me and AJ had this conversation, like where the fuck did these birds come from? And recently I found out that they're Egyptian geese, which I told AJ. So if you're saying that goose are the one thing
Geese.
that, or geese are the one thing that,
They're recreational surveillance.
so I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I
I be
mean,
seeing
These
those.
Canadian geese.
Yeah.
Just showing up.
Egyptian.
No. But I'm talking about
okay.
Canadian geese are like
Is
almost
the
everywhere.
is the geese
Airports.
bad? Because I feel like Egyptians be bad.
So I see them
Is the geese
bullying.
bad?
You know
You meant
the.
bad like it's attractive, bro.
Y'all know the black and white ducks that are down here. I always see the Egyptian geese bullying them around. So
Because
Well, the
they're
one-
trying to
the-
get the surveillance territory.
One of the ones that is by my house has a broken wing. He's been chilling with a broken wing for a minute.
an Egyptian geese or a duck?
Yeah, it's just geese.
It's faking that he's got a
Egyptian
broken
goose.
wing.
But
Okay,
if there's
yeah.
multiple,
Yeah,
it's geese.
that's true.
That thing's watching you, AJ. It's not. It's shit ain't broken.
Your community
Yeah.
police probably hired it.
Probably.
Yeah, so getting back to birds aren't real. So it's a revival of the movement back in the 70s. And what's happening now is like they're trying to bring awareness to like birds aren't real and certain birds are actually surveillance drones. And actually Twitter like released an account called Birdwatch. And it's like to combat misinformation about animals, like birds and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like to combat the birds aren't real movement. And I find that kind of crazy. Like, why would they be like making
Yeah, why
that?
would they just start that?
Because you
Yeah.
don't want random niggas to just go out and start killing pigeons and checking to see if the
Yeah.
pigeons
Bro,
got drones
bro.
in them.
Bro, they let you just randomly go out and kill iguanas.
Yeah,
That's
but birds
true.
are different, bro.
Bro, I seen a video of the
Yeah,
man
protect
slamming a shopping cart on an iguana and curb stomping them.
But iguanas are protected down here too, no?
No, they're
No,
not.
they put a law in place that you could kill them because there was like
Too
there
many of them.
there were too many. They were
Gotcha.
taking
That
over.
and like ball pythons and stuff
Yeah.
like the pythons that are found out there. But I'm gonna let you guys like to know the drone field guide. It's a pigeon is city surveillance, a vulture is public sanitation, bluebird is retina scanners, owls are night surveillance.
Yo, who made this shit up?
Hummingbirds are attack drones, seagulls are coastal service, coastal service surveillance, sparrows are general surveillance, and hawks are regional alpha. So they're just like over the
Those are the attack.
domain,
Those are the
yeah.
attack ones.
What are crows? It doesn't say anything about crows.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about that. It says common bird drone type. So it's just what's in common like around you.
Yeah.
I feel like a crow
So
is
the
the
crow-
most common bird I see.
Yeah, maybe crows are like on our side. Maybe we should be nicer to crows.
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
true.
Maybe that's why no other bird likes them.
And this was made in the 70s?
Yeah,
That guy?
Yeah.
Sound like
But
a
it's
nigga was
been-
off
it's been,
acid
like-
or shrooms when they made it.
It's been a revival.
Probably.
I mean, like you had people trying to do warfare, psychological warfare using LSD and shit. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I mean,
Mhm.
it's believable. But yeah, so like, yeah, shit's going crazy. They actually had a dude on the news. I was watching a bunch of the videos. The dude was on the news, and they're like, "Ha ha, it's a joke." He's like, "It's not a joke, Karen. This is real." And so yeah, it's pretty funny.
Was your name really Karen?
Nah, I was just making that up.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I forgot her name, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he's just like this is like this and that," and he's like, "No, this is 100%. I'm 100%
Do you
about
think
this."
anyone is gonna name their child Karen for like
Oh,
the next
hell
20
no.
years?
I'd
No,
hold off
not
on it
anyone
for a
white.
while.
I'd hold off. The stock of the name
That's
Karen
just-
is just
Yeah.
straight down.
That's just an ugly name.
It really is.
Yeah, I mean,
Even before all this, it's-
I,
no, I
wonder
know-
if
I
there
know
was like
that- I
I
know-
wonder if there was like an original Karen, like her name was actually Karen, and she was just like messing stuff up for the rest of the Karens.
my homie in college dated a bad Karen, so
I've never met a Karen in my life.
you see, you got some Midwest thing, bro. You meet Karens.
I guess.
they're like baby pigeons, bro. I've never seen them.
Yeah, for real. But anyways, we talked about stocks a little while ago, but if you're living under a rock this past week, one of the biggest things in the news has been the stock market. All of us are fairly new, but before we get into that, GameStop has been the number one stock that has been blowing up. AMC is another one, and apparently it's been a bunch of Reddit niggas that got together and was like, let's revive some of these companies. And so that's why all these stocks have shot up. And the government, I don't know, but these hedge fund niggas have been losing money apparently. And
Yeah.
I don't know if the
They've been
government's
crying.
Yeah, because
Because they did it.
the hedge fund shorted
Yeah.
us. Like they come, I think it's like every year they come out and say, hey, like this is what
Yeah.
this is what is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we don't think these are gonna do. We're shorting these heavily, so on and so forth. And then I think the people on Reddit were just like, well, no,
Yeah.
we're just gonna keep buying it and buying calls or buying the stock so that the stock price goes up. Basically, the hedge funds put a big bet, put money into the market, saying we think it's gonna go down. If it does go down, they make money. Their money multiplies.
Yeah.
My understanding, I'm not an expert, is that money is now in the pool basically, and if that stock goes up, like the regular people or like the retail traders who are everyday
Yeah.
traders are getting the money that's there, and those people are losing it because if someone's making money, someone's losing money.
Yeah. So initially, what they did is they were like they pretty much do what Wall Street does, but they did a reverse squeeze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much. And so I guess one of these Reddit niggas was like studying the market. He's like, yo, this hedge fund is buying a lot of. They're short squeezing
they're trying to tank the stock
tank
basically.
GameStop. So he's like, let's just all buy GameStop. Because on the reverse end, what happens is once that stock goes up and they reverse it, the losses can be tremendous.
Yeah,
Because it's a bet. Because you just taking a gamble. So the hedge fund niggas, they just gambling and say, hey, if we short this stock and it drops below a certain price, they make a lot of money. But since they reverse it, because they reversed it so
They
high.
reversed the trend of the
They
stock.
reversed the trend of it so high, it pretty much bankrupted a hedge fund, $1 billion hedge fund. So it's like almost $13 in loss, $13 billion in loss.
So
I
the
think
free,
they only lost 10%, but you can still file for bankruptcy or something like that.
Yeah.
Which what they did to
Restructuring and
protect
stuff.
themselves. Yeah.
but
Oh, and before we continue, special guest Luke wanted us to let you know not to take our financial advice seriously.
Oh yeah. I said that, so I'm
disclaimer: do
an
not
expert.
take our.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do not.
We wasn't telling you to buy stocks.
Yeah, no,
We was
no,
just trying to
No,
explain
this
it.
is just a disclaimer before we
Yeah.
say anything else.
Oh, I don't think anyone was taking us seriously, but just in case you were,
I mean, fuck
special
it.
guest Luke wanted us to
Disclaimer,
let you
yeah,
know.
disclaimer.
If you got a hunch, just follow your hunch. Fuck it.
yeah.
Continue though.
So what it says like is the free trade and all that. This is bullshit. And at the end of the day, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Because if they're controlling the
Free market ain't so free.
it ain't so
Exactly.
free. It really ain't so free because like if they're controlling all of it, and you know when people get a whiff of it, like okay, let's reverse on them now. They're crying. Oh, it's these people who are unemployed getting stimulus checks, just ruining the market, and you're crying because you lost your money. So what happens is that we took your technique and turned it on you,
Yeah.
and now you mad.
Because they didn't break
big
any
mad.
laws. So the thing is, they didn't break any laws. The problem is that
Who didn't break
What-
any laws?
the Wall Street, the Reddit niggas.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So they
And people are saying just the Reddit people, but it's not just them. It's just
It's
they just put
everybody.
everyone on game.
On
Basically, say, hey,
game,
we're doing
yeah.
this. Y'all can do it with us.
So they created a hedge fund pretty much just with a
for the people.
conglomerate of
It's a hedge fund
yeah.
for the people.
Yeah.
And the why Wall Street is freaking out is because theoretically
You can do
they
this
can do
over
this
and over.
every single
Every
time.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And make them lose so much money.
Yeah.
There's
Shoes on the
one
other
dude-
foot.
There's one dude that he put his life savings in it. I think he put $50,000 in the GameStop stock when it was super low, and he made I want to say upwards to 14 million.
I
And
believe
then
it.
there was a dude on. I was watching the Dave Ramsey on YouTube today, and there's a dude. He put 5,000 and made 49,000. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, talk about a flip.
And so all of us are fairly new.
And even more than that, like if you bought options instead of buying the stock with $5,000, that
You
If-
made even more.
you made even more.
Even
That's
more. That's why.
So
that's
explain
crazy to
what
think.
buying the options means for the people instead of buying the actual
options
stuff.
and is like buying. I'm not an expert. Is like buying a contract for 100 shares of a company, and if it goes the way, and you have it's called a contract because it ends at a certain date. If it goes up, depending on when you buy it, but basically the premise is if it goes up while you own, so a contract is like you're buying. Let me just start over.
You doing that thing again?
Yeah, I'm doing a thing where I start thinking faster than I can speak. All right, so a contract is if we buy one contract that's 100 shares of a certain stock,
Yeah.
and if it goes up, you make. And if you buy it and say, hey, I'm gonna call this. I think a call is you think it's gonna go up. A put is you think it's gonna go down. If you buy a call and if you buy a contract and it goes the way you think it's gonna go, you make money. But it's basically like you make the profits for what that stock did, but basically it's times 100 because you own for that week or for however long you own 100 shares of that stock.
Yeah.
So $5,000, if it was a $5,000 call, that'd be like 5,000 times 100 times however much that stock increased, like whatever the profits would be for that stock increase.
So imagine if you owned options and it tanked.
And it tanked to be terrible.
Exactly, and that's
Right,
what happens
and that's
to a
what
lot
the
of
hedge
hedge
funds.
funds.
Yeah, they're most of the time they're buying options because it
Options,
makes you more money faster.
yeah.
See, I don't have money like that. but maybe if I did, I'd be more inclined to putting thousands in. But right now, like putting 150, I feel like I'm doing way too much, and it's a risk. Like I didn't at no point because I'm invested in Apple. At no point did I think Apple would be my worst stock. And like every day I check Apple, it's just going down, 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 and I'm like, fuck.
But didn't you buy it when it was high? Because Apple was booming during the.
Not really, because it's probably been like a month now, maybe a little over a month of me being like starting with investing.
See, I started, and I didn't start with a lot.
Yeah.
But I only buy shit that's super low.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
See, I buy some shit that's low, but the main thing I'll buy some random shit that's low. Like I'll do my research, of course, but what I started with and what I kind of still do is if I know the company is gonna continue be on the up and up. Like Apple's not that expensive. Like it's around 100. It's not like
Didn't they just split
$700.
their They split their what's names, right? Because it was high, wasn't it? It was like a
It's
couple hundred.
131.
Yeah.
Really?
So
I thought they were
Apple's
higher
not
than
like
that.
crazy. But like Apple, McDonald's, Coke, like all these companies are not going anywhere.
Yeah. It's good for long term investments. Because you'll like even if you just put money into it long term, you'll make
Yeah,
money
exactly.
on it. But like for the people that do like day trading, or if you just get into stocks because you're just trying to like the market's volatile right now. It's like if I would have had more money, I could have made a lot of money.
Yeah.
So if I would have put 1,000 in NIO when I first bought it at $3, I could have sold it at 58,
Yeah.
and I would have made like a shit ton of money.
But fuck all this shit. We need y'all to invest in Dogecoin. That's all we gonna push this episode. Dogecoin is what y'all need to put y'all fucking money in.
Get it to $1.
Yeah.
Don't
get
take
it
our advice,
to
though.
So I can cash out.
Don't listen to anything I ever say. Invest in
But
fucking Dogecoin.
They put like like
It's
you can only
fucking
buy
stupid, bro.
limited. Like, because they saw it was going up, it like jumped up to like 8 cents.
Yeah, like exponentially.
Bro, in one day from 2 cents to 8, and it was like overnight.
You
Like,
got up to 63, I think. You got to
What?
like 63, 64 cents.
No, there's
No,
No,
wait.
like point oh
yeah.
point
Well,
oh
no,
six
yeah,
four.
Six-
to
yeah, it got to
0.08, like
no, it got to
0.081.
0.8. I was up.
Really?
all night.
Yeah.
No, they ain't
I
got
know.
that.
It got 0.8. I should have sold that thing. Cause I bought it like 2 cents, so I was like, oh, and I bought like $50 of it, so I should have sold that thing. Now it's down to like 3 cents. So if you guys want to buy some more, it's kind of a good time to buy.
I mean,
Hopefully it goes back up.
it
but
will.
Get that Doge. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's just. I mean, it seems like they're limiting whether how
They're
how
trying
much
to
people can buy.
control the market. That's
So
that's
fucking-
how
and
they're
I
trying to
thought
do.
cryptocurrency wasn't supposed. I thought that was the whole point of Bitcoin.
Yeah, but if you're buying it through a broker,
The
then-
problem is they are owned by like they're financed by somebody else.
So what happens is a lot of people are moving away from because how everything's going. From what I've heard, this is what I heard from all the stuff that's going on, like with the market and all this, and these people like you're seeing that it's not really a free market. People are trying to like get out of the USD and get into the cryptocurrency because they don't have trust and faith in it anymore. Because like if they can control all the market and stuff like that, like what the hell does this all mean? And like, so they're trying to get into cryptocurrency. So I think they're just trying to stop that because they know if they do that, you make a bankrupt a country.
Oh,
I
I
mean-
wanted to say one more thing. The options little like spiel I just gave is way more complicated than that. I was just trying to give like the bare bones. So if you guys are thinking about that, just like definitely do a deep dive and try to learn that stuff.
But that's also one of the best things. Like for me, that's one of the greatest things of the internet. It opens up communications at every level. So all it takes is for you to know somebody that has that information, and they can just tell people how to use it properly. And so because of that, like right now it's crazy, but 10, 15, 20 years from now, this GameStop situation is going to change everything.
It's gonna be.
It's going to have that much impact. Yeah.
Yeah, it literally is, man. Because like you said, they got these hedge fund billionaires and all that in there and stuff like that. And like if you get enough people, like even enough people to pay $1, like you say, you get all the poor people in America. That's at least a couple 100 million. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Billion.
if you get them to put even like $10, yeah, it could be good. There's the limit on like what the people. How the Rock had the people's elbow, the
Yeah.
people's hedge fund. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just the people, a bunch of people together. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could sway a whole market with all that money. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just like everybody puts in $100.
Yeah.
And you think you get 3 million people with $100, you just add 2 more zeros on that's 300 million.
It's like a micro way to redistribute wealth if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because there's only
That's exactly what happened. Wealth got redistributed.
select few billionaires that have access to that information. So now if you can put 1 million people on and they can take that money from 4 people and give it out to 1 million people, that's wealth distribution. And you'll see a lot more of it because at no point, like we're at a point in history now where the top 1% of 1% is making so much more money than the bottom 99%.
And they're not getting taxed.
Yeah. So the wealth gap is so far. It's like you're going to have
It's becoming more and more. The wealth gap grew over the pandemic.
Yeah.
And
It's a pandemic of its own.
But it was already growing over the last 50 years. But it's been more rapid over the last 20.
Since we on it, how the fuck did Elon Musk become? How did he surpass Jeff Bezos? Like, I understand Tesla is a big company. I understand mad niggas driving Teslas, and I don't know what else he sells. But Amazon,
he has SpaceX.
He's in SpaceX.
But
He has government contracts. There's a bunch of stuff.
Government contracts are
more
the way to go.
Niggas using Amazon.
Yeah.
Like government because like
government just blows through money. Bro.
Yeah. They don't like money. They don't even have. Like they just borrow.
They buy
from
shit they
different
don't even
country
use, or they be like, oh,
why do you think our deficit's so high?
Look at the military, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They spend so much money on the military.
That's why, like,
and my family is military, and they're like, yo, do you know how many rounds I just have to spend out? Like, I have a quota of rounds I just have to get rid of.
Wow.
Because it's basically just like
fake money.
Not even fake money, but it's just like people, like especially with the military. Like once you go to military, if you go to private sector, you still have all your connects in the military, and they're just gonna like, all right, I'm gonna give you this contract for this much money, and they can drive the price up to however much. It's like, oh, it's the government's money, it's taxpayers' money. Who cares? Like really, and you just make these gun companies and arms dealers and whatever tons of money. These private security people, bro. Tons of money,
and you can like negotiate it like plus 400% in the free market.
Yeah.
There was a news article that talked about government contracts or like a news special, and it was just saying how like a part in like the not the non-private sector was like $4 or $5 this part. In the private government sector, they were selling it for like $40 a part, and they agreed to it. Cause like they were just signing away blind contracts. Yeah. Like it's wild. That's why you see a lot of dudes, like AJ said, go private. Like the guy from the owner of Enterprise, he was military. Took that military money, went private. Boom. Now he's a billionaire. Him and his family's a billionaire. And Enterprise is the biggest rental company in the world, and it's private.
I'm just agreeing, pretending like I know what y'all saying, but I don't. It doesn't make sense to me, like how this nigga's making more than Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
when the entire world is using.
And part of it, like I don't know if he has more money than Jeff Bezos, like
it's just net worth.
Physical, but net worth is
his company's worth more.
Because like not only that, like they're the best electric vehicle company right now, and electric vehicles are on the up and up. So
so he's
and people if people are buying your stock, you're also getting that kind of like obviously they own that stock or whatever in your company.
Y'all can break it down anyway.
Yeah.
It's not. Bro, you can say Johnny has 2 apples and Jeff Bezos has 1 apple. It's not gonna make sense to me that this nigga is making more than Jeff Bezos. Y'all can.
It's just wild to me.
But Bezos,
it's not that he's making more. It's just maybe he's worth more.
But even Bezos went through that divorce, and the lady got all that money too.
So she became the richest woman.
Yeah. So that's a chop. Little axe chops down a big tree.
That's the difference between $1 billion and $1 million is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand. Like I saw like I forgot where I saw this breakdown. But it broke down the difference between $1 billion and $1 million, and they did it like in like seconds or something. And it was like $1 million would be like 32 days or something, and $1 billion is like 40 years. If you did like based like seconds or something like that, you like don't quote me, but like Google like an example of
going
the
to
difference
schools
between
in
$1 billion
America
and $1
in the
million.
South.
Well, it was not even that. It's just realistically, there's not a lot of exceptions for us to that rule. And so it's just wild to me that a person can be worth more than countries.
Yeah.
Like, and what system is that? Like, one fair, but like this is wild.
All right, but we can move on to something else that doesn't make any sense to me is how niggas are eating Subway. I'm one that's super opinionated when it comes to food. Everyone here can
I
attest
eat
to it.
Subway.
Oh, look here. Okay. 1,000,000 seconds is 12 days. 1,000,000,000 seconds is 31 years.
That's wild.
So imagine that in dollars.
nuts,
Like you can
bro.
spend
$1
I guess
for
$1
12 days.
a second. $1 you can spend $1 a second for 12 days. If you spend $1 a second, or
If you had a
you
billion,
guys get it. Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys, they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
31 years to 12 days.
But anyways, why are niggas eating Subway first of all? But
Now you shut your face.
no, Subway is disgusting.
That's right. I
But
agree.
the point
Subway's
of
not
this
disgusting.
is Subway is getting sued because apparently they aren't using real tuna
wow.
on
What are they
their
using?
tuna sandwiches.
Yeah, it's
Tofu?
like a concoction of different stuff. They don't.
It's probably just
I
a
didn't go
concoction
too
of
deep
like,
into it because I don't want
yeah.
to throw up.
it's
Yeah.
probably a concoction of just like the leftover fish. Like after
Yeah.
they fillet it, and,
Yeah,
like,
but
sell
it's
it,
like
and you're like, just give me the.
it's a zero detection of tuna in it.
That
But,
is disgusting.
but why are you eating a tuna sandwich from Subway anyways? That didn't even sound
Exactly.
Bro,
good.
whenever you look at it, you just like, that don't look right.
So
Yeah, it's like,
anytime
come on.
everyone's eaten tuna before. Everyone's opened a can of tuna. It's always watery
Are
on
we
the
even
inside.
sure that's tuna?
But
like, I
when
don't
you
know
go-
what's real no more.
Wait.
When you go to
Birds aren't real. Tuna isn't real either.
yeah, that's facts.
Oh,
And
shit.
tuna is the what is it? Aren't they the chicken? Isn't one
Chicken
of
of
the
the sea.
Chicken of the
yeah
sea.
chicken of the damn.
Yo, our podcast is about to get canceled.
Oh, we on to something. The government.
We
They're
can
knows
about
either
to
this.
shut
flip. We
us
can either
up.
flip it and get a government contract.
Hey,
to
get out
keep-
of here! There was a pigeon. There was a pigeon out the window, bro.
Bro,
Oh,
we talking
shit.
about money. We talking about conspiracy. Bro, we definitely out of here after this fight. So
Oh, facts.
hopefully this
We
podcast
can just
gets
flip it,
published.
get a government contract. They can pay us to tell y'all lies. We get money. Y'all know what's up.
If we just go off the grid, yeah.
Nah,
they're
but the
hunting
point the
us.
point I was gonna make is when you go to Subway, that's literally the wateriest tuna I've ever seen in my life. Like tuna's already watery, but
Bruh,
that shit
then
is
why are you even calling it tuna anymore?
whatever the concoction
Tuna with
is.
2 O's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tuna.
yeah,
it's like tuna the vegan
No,
version.
two like tune like cartoon.
yeah.
TOONA.
The only good thing
You
from
heard it here
Sub-
first. AJ coined it.
Tuna.
The only good thing from Subway is the cookies. That's it.
Wasn't Jared like they
Yeah, the spokesperson.
once
That-
once
that's
Oh
That's
yeah,
why-
once
they
she started touching
found
kids, they just
once they
Yeah.
found them pornos in Jared's place, I knew not to trust Subway.
Yeah.
That's y'all spokesperson.
That's
Can't
what I
do
was
it.
saying. Like, well, Subway used to be lit, and then it went all downhill after
After that, gotta hear him.
after he liked kids.
They had
Everyone found
plastic
out.
in their bread too. Remember that?
Nah, I don't.
You don't remember that? They had. I wouldn't eat that. That's the reason why I stopped eating at Subway. They had
Well,
plastic in
I
their
mean,
bread.
after you go to like a
Wait,
mom and pop
Brandon's saying that's why I started eating at Subway.
and just say he
Zach
likes Subway.
said Subway's trash, and
No,
Brandon's
no.
like, "Nah, chill, bro."
No, bro.
I just ate there, bro.
Listen, I stopped eating for a while, and I recently started eating
because you
it
needed
back.
more plastic back in your diet.
And you had a tuna sub.
Nah, fuck, no.
'Cause
I'd
you wanted
never-
more.
I'd
You were
never
like,
eat a
you were
tuna
missing the
sub.
plastic.
So
in
I
your-
will say, when I used to eat red meat, and I know you guys just said that Subway used to be lit. I used to love their meatball subs, but I just
Yeah.
love meatball
I did
subs
too.
everywhere. Miami sub, Subway, love their
Yeah.
meatball subs.
I mean, mom and pop sub shops are way better than like the
Well,
mainstream
first of all,
ones.
no. Publix chicken tender subs are the only subs you need in your life.
La
Yes.
Spada's is really good too.
Spiders is good, yeah.
Is not touching a chicken tender sub from Subway.
La Spada's
I
is
thought
good.
everything
Yeah.
got popped.
Nah, I'll agree.
Las
La
Spada's is
Spada's,
good.
yeah, La Spada's is good. Of course, I'm limited on what I can eat there, so I can't give a true opinion.
Firehouse is solid too. When I eat meat, Firehouse is always pretty good.
3 meats.
Pause, man. Damn it. Damn it.
When I ate meat,
Damn
Dang
it.
it, my
staring the
day.
camera right in his eye.
Oh man, I was doing so well too. Jeez.
How soon after we post this video do you think Gabe's gonna text us?
He'll notice.
Shout out,
He'll
Gabe.
catch it
Yeah,
It's
instantly.
like, bro, every time it doesn't fail.
I'm sorry, Gabe. I'm
Phil
sorry.
has a suspect comment every single podcast.
Bro,
if y'all
Phil's
haven't
the
noticed.
sussest dude here.
Gabe's gonna
I'm
be a
not.
guest on the next episode, but Phil won't be here.
That's true.
And he'll
So,
say something sus
He
in
will-
my
he
place.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get on them. Pause. But anything else about Subway and their tuna.
Don't support it, man. Don't
Yeah.
support they fake tuna. Don't support that pedophile company. Nope, none of that.
All right. So something that does make sense to me and I appreciate. I used to really hate challenges, but 2021 has been really good to us when it comes to challenges. First with the busted challenge, that's been extremely enjoyable.
You loved it before it was when it was Do It for the Vine.
That's true. I guess.
Those are the OG challenges.
I guess.
Yeah.
But the busted challenge has been enjoyable. Shout out Meg for kind of starting that. But now the silhouette challenge has been extremely enjoyable. And we all just watched it prior to this. What's y'all take on the
Zach's ranking on challenges is it's very clear why.
He's a pervert. He's a pervert.
Have y'all been enjoying these
I didn't know what the silhouette challenge was until
challenges?
today.
That's because you're pure, bitch.
No, I just don't really be on
Twitter.
socials like that,
Yeah.
or like Twitter specifically. That's where most of them
I
go.
be on the socials, and it's I rock.
I mean,
with
I
it.
don't know. I go on socials, but I follow like a lot of photography and like movie and cinema stuff.
My thing is I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. And y'all gonna say that's sus as hell, but I just don't like the access that kids have to these social media platforms.
Okay, put kids to the side.
He can't right now. He works for them.
That's
He
true.
works for the kids.
Yeah, I'm a hero, bro. I saved the day.
Put kids to the side, like just for your own personal enjoyment. Is it enjoyable for you?
To me,
Depending-
honestly, no.
Okay, so
it's
kinda-
I
it's like
sort
whatever.
of agree with y'all.
It's
And
whatever.
It's enjoyable-ish.
Enjoyable.
So I like watching it, and then I'm like,
You
I
feel
really
dirty
don't want a
after.
whole generation of women just doing it. 'Cause
Yeah.
expressing their sexuality. You don't want that.
No, I feel like
You
it's,
could-
it's
you
totally
could-
fine
That's
for them
funny
to do
because
it.
that's what it's gonna turn into.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
it.
It's
You
a
could-
PC,
I'm saying-
it's a PC anomaly.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like it. No matter what you say, you can be wrong.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying you could do it, and it's all cool. Like the challenges, they look great. Women, more power to you. Do whatever. But at the same time, I'm in a relationship, and I be looking at my girl like, don't even think about it.
But also,
Okay.
okay, let's go back in time.
Misogyny?
Let's
Like,
go back in time.
let's
Just a little bit.
The rule of thumb? That's what you're talking about?
look at old pictures from like 1910 or whatever. A beach photograph, black and white. You got bitches wearing. Sorry, you got you got women wearing full length dresses at the beach with like their little head cap or whatever. Like,
Don't misconstrue what I said, bro.
Well, that's
No,
also
no.
all those people that you're seeing. The people at cameras back in 1910 were what?
white.
Yeah, they can't really be in the sun like that.
That's true.
They gotta cover up.
That's true. But
got
And
no
when
melanin.
it got popular to become tan, that's when cheeks started coming out.
And that's when skin cancer went out.
You got to think those people.
Melanoma.
If they knew what was coming for the future, they'd be like, "Oh, I don't want this to be what the future is like." Like, could you imagine going
So
to?
what do you think the future's gonna be, Zach?
I just,
Zach just thinks like it's gonna be back to Adam and Eve times. We just walk
Bro,
around.
this is going to be butt booty naked.
I think that is what it's going to be, and I'm just going to go with the time.
And I'm gonna
Hey,
have-
no, that's not what he thinks. That's what
That's
he's
what he-
hoping.
that's what he hoping
No,
for.
that's
You're
not
that
what
man
I'm-
a pervert. Like, he's hoping for it.
No, that's not what I'm hoping.
That's what
I
you're
mean,
putting your bets on, your stock bets.
I guess.
I mean, it's cool, but part of it just comes off to like it gets to the point where these challenges are like in the beginning it's like cool, and then it's just like, all right, sure, you're just doing it because you want attention.
Yeah.
And so for me, it gets redundant really fast, and then also it's just like as a man, and this might be misogynistic, my bad. I personally would not date a girl that's into all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's just my personal taste.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
Cause I don't want to have kids and then they slip up and find they mama busted challenge or silhouette challenge from fucking 2020.
Yeah,
This
but
is-
in Zach's world,
like,
like 4-year-olds are gonna not 4-year-olds, but like in Zach's world, like it's
Shit.
gonna be regular.
Well, I feel like the silhouette challenge is kind of tasteful. Like, I feel like it might be
It's
more
more tasteful than
the
busted,
bu-
for
than the
sure.
busted
yes,
challenge.
yes.
But-
yes, I agree.
It's only a matter of days before it gets perverted.
Well, it's already getting
Well,
perverted.
that's perverted, but it gets
But
like,
more sexual.
It gets because people are gonna try to beat people in challenges. Like,
Nah, they gonna be silhouette and some.
But what
Yeah, so
what we were talking
women-
about is that the silhouette challenge. People are finding a way to
Unsilhouette the challenge.
expose.
Not even. I'm thinking more so they was just gonna silhouette it, but then be clapping cheeks.
Oh,
So,
no. But we're talking about like what's actually happening. People
Yeah.
is like unsilhouetting it and
Yeah.
like seeing like if a girl's naked, they're seeing her naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you want to put this like the way technology is set up nowadays. Like it's not like the early 2000s or anything like that. Like you run a code on these apps, especially like you're doing it through an app or something. You up the exposure. You could run a code to take off the filter. If it's a filter, I don't even know because I literally heard about it today.
Yeah.
But like it's just so much like you put on that information out and the stuff that like your phone, your cameras and stuff, they collect so much information that you can in dynamic range that like okay it looks blacked out.
Yeah.
But let me bump the oh hello there.
I got a
I
challenge
see
idea.
What?
Unsilhouette the silhouette.
It's a sus.
No, I'm gonna just challenge the chicks to just. I'm a personality
Read a
challenge.
book.
Can y'all be?
Oh, this nigga's such a fucking cornball, bro. This nigga not really like this, bro. This nigga just as big of a creep as me. Look at him trying to show out for the pod. He
I'm
not like
not.
this.
No,
Bro,
like I said,
you
I
wanna
appreciate
know
it
when
a
I
little
figured
bit.
out Phil
Your
is
head is
as
hot
big
from
of a creep
lying,
as,
bro.
Zach is when he did that Mentos challenge.
Yo, baby.
Chill out,
I
chill
was
out.
like, yo. And then he said, I'm competitive after. I was like, bro.
Damn, there was definitely a good ass point I was gonna make.
I watch them though. I watch all of them.
about
So I
these
can,
women.
Oh, you were saying in the future.
No,
Adam
it was
and Eve.
kind
They
of
gonna be naked, we
about.
gonna be naked.
No,
They
it
gonna
was
have a
kind of
leaf
like
over them.
combating what Phil, like the point Phil was making, but I forgot it at this point, so it's not important. But
Come back to it.
I don't mind. Like I'm kind of on both sides. Like I get what you. What I was gonna say is I saw a girl. She tweeted, and I don't remember the exact tweet. But it was like when I post a picture of me like thirst trapping, I am looking for attention. And a lot of these girls, they try to like beat around the bush. I'm completely fine with women being comfortable in their own skin, showing skin,
Whatever.
doing whatever. But don't beat around the bush. And goes back to a conversation we had earlier. I just don't like people beating around the bush.
Come straight out and say
Period.
it.
Yeah,
Just keep it a bean. I want the attention.
Be
Cool.
blunt.
I respect you more.
Yeah.
And they be like, I'm just trying to be artistic.
Yeah. And it's just a pet peeve of mine of long
Well, there's probably
captions.
some who are saying who are trying to be artistic with it.
Yeah.
But there's probably the vast majority that are trying to use that as an excuse and cover up what they're
To get
actually-
likes.
What
But
they
at the
really
end of the
want.
day, whether you want to admit it or not, like y'all do photography, like me and Phil, just kind of regular niggas. We all got
We
like
watch it.
everyone is on social media for attention. At the end of the day, no
Yeah.
matter what, whether
for
you're trying to
validation.
whether you're posting pictures, whether you're trying to be inspirational, whether it's for educational purposes, whether you're showing highlights of sports, whatever. Everyone wants attention at the end of the day. So I don't understand why it's so hard for people just to admit they want attention.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't know. I think because there's like a not bad there's a
Negative.
bad kind of negative
there is.
connotation. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say
there
with
is.
with wanting attention. Because like when I you guys can go check my Instagram feed. I don't remember the last time I put. I think it was like
The
last
wedding
year
party?
June.
Or-
No, that I posted to
Posted
my
something,
actual
yeah.
feed,
Oh.
Yeah.
and I have tons of pictures I can post. But like, I don't necessarily when I post, I don't want attention. I'm just like, all right, like this is something I made, and I want to put it out. Not necessarily because I want attention in that way, but just like
But you
don't-
want people
don't
to
think-
see it.
I don't
You
think
want people to
everybody-
appreciate it.
Wants
That's
people-
that's still
wants
attention.
people to
You
enjoy
may
it,
not
yeah.
want attention as much as the next person.
Your intention
I
is
could care less
attention
if
isn't the
it's-
motivation. You
I
just
could-
want to put it
yeah.
out to the world.
right. I
Yeah.
could care less if it's appreciated or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, if I wanted appreciated or if I want feedback, I'm sending it to Brandon and Gabe and Nick.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
In the group chat. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, if you look at my Instagram, you rarely see a picture of me, except for I posted 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, people are like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And
You
I'm
was
like,
cute, bitch.
I just posted a picture. Like, I felt like posting a picture. I don't care how many likes I got.
Yeah.
I never went back and checked like how many
Yeah.
likes I got. Like, I was like, I just felt like just needed to see the world. My friend took a good picture of me. I want to post it. My friend took another good picture of me. I want to post it because I want to. It's more so I want to show off my friend's work, what he did. He took a picture of me
Yeah.
rather than me saying like, "This is like me. Look at me." I really don't. I never really cared because if you look at my feed, there's like barely any pictures of me. It's just
Same.
pictures that I've taken of things and people.
And it's, I mean, honestly, everybody wants
At the-
attention,
yeah.
but you could also make your social media an extension about you. So like if you go on mine's, like I feel like I try to make my IG like how my real life is. So in my real life, you see me usually with the game.
Chirp, chirp.
You see me with the
Yeah.
like my family. So like on my social media, there's pictures of me, but it's all the people I rock with.
Yeah.
And so like, but I'm not
Am I on
doing
there?
it because I want like, oh my
don't know if
god, I
I'm
want
on.
attention. It's more so like, nah. If when you slide down and you don't know Phil, you can look up him like,
Yeah.
oh, he probably just followed a lot of people. That's
Yeah.
it.
But I mean, it goes back to what I just said about AJ.
Yeah, at the,
like,
at the baseline,
It's
if,
attention.
regardless of whatever you're trying, like whatever word you want to put on it, it's like you were saying, baseline is attention in a way.
yeah. But some people crave that more than others. Like the people that are posting on it. Like I'll admit, like whether I want to admit it or not, like, but yeah, I want attention because I post on a daily basis. And I look for that engagement, that interaction,
Yeah.
and the validation, if that's how you want to.
And
put
it's
it.
a way. It's also a way to connect.
But
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all finish, but shout out to that one person who keeps liking all my tweets. I love you. Thank you. You make me feel special.
They got a name.
Nah, it's just like
He's not trying to make
one
it hot.
person. Yeah,
Well, just go back and look at his
Yeah.
tweets and see who liked it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's gonna be like me and probably someone else.
It's like different people.
The
but
only
it's
time
like,
I go on,
it's always like that one. I only get like one like,
Yeah.
and then, so it's just like whoever liked it, I'm like, yo, thank you.
the
Like,
only
that
time I go on
makes me feel
Twitter is
good.
if Twitter sends me a notification saying someone just tweeted, and I don't even have post notifications on for a lot of people. They just be
Yeah.
telling me, I'm like, oh okay, oh it's lit.
But
I
it's,
see
it's always
someone
good to get a
like
like,
it out.
especially on Twitter, bro. Twitter's a tough.
Twitter might be my favorite app now.
oh, it is, in my opinion,
used
the
to be IG.
all-time greatest social media platform. MySpace has a special place in my heart, but Twitter
Yeah,
is
Twitter might
GOAT.
be. It used to be IG for me, but I think it's Twitter now, just because the access to information, how it just comes in so fast.
And the longevity. No other social media platform has lasted this long.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
really? I thought Facebook came out for Twitter.
Okay, sorry. Facebook has lasted
With the fact check.
longer. That's correct, but I feel
Okay.
in my
younger
community,
population,
Gener-
my
generation.
community, in my like the people I rock with, nobody's fucking with Facebook. Of course,
Yeah.
you have Middle America.
Well, when I say okay,
Middle-aged
yeah,
America.
Yeah, go ahead. My fault.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna
Like
say
your,
Middle
your
America.
your grandma, your mom and dad, they on Facebook. Like, look at this. You see what's on Facebook? I ain't signing to Facebook, and I don't know when.
I go on Facebook because we got a family group, like a family message there. So
Well,
it's
you,
like,
well, you damn near middle age. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
only have it because of work. I wouldn't have
man,
Facebook.
that's tough.
But I just feel like
You in that
Twitter,
bracket, bro.
any type of meme, challenge, just
It hits
Facebook
Twitter
with
first.
It's so
yes,
entertaining.
Twitter
yeah.
is what blows
Also,
everything up.
I don't know if you guys remember, but Twitter was like the first social media app that was on phones. Like even you had like the little slide phones. Twitter used to be on there. 'Cause all it was just text.
Yeah.
As soon as there was like a sliver of internet on phones, Twitter was
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah,
Twitter, I love you. I'm not going-
Twitter's the funniest. It's the funniest place on
it
earth.
really is.
It literally cracks me up 10 times a day.
So speaking of Twitter, something that I've seen discussed on Twitter several times, as well as other social media platforms, is bears versus gorillas. Who wins?
Me.
Brandon. Also, shout out to Brandon. It's his birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
Actually,
No.
and yeah, it'll turn his birthday on the podcast.
Oh shit!
It's gonna be your
the
Earth
late-
strong, bitch.
Oh, damn.
And it's a full moon too.
Oh,
That's
shit,
true.
nigga.
You gotta howl at
about to turn into a
12
wolf.
a.m.
Ooh, shit.
But what y'all
A
got?
wolf.
Bears or gorillas?
Gorillas.
You got gorillas.
Gorilla.
What-
Bear.
Wait. What kind of bear we're talking though?
Let's
Yeah.
say grizzly bear.
Grizzly. If it's a grizzly,
A grizzly.
it has to be a grizzly. Like a gorilla's not messing with a grizzly.
Really?
Yo, did you guys
I beg to
did you guys ever
differ.
see that Animal Planet show back in the day where they used to match up these animals?
Yeah.
Nah.
You guys never seen it?
I
Alright.
know what you're talking
You
about.
guys,
I
you
watch that
seen
shit
it, bro? I was
religiously.
it was only on at like 12 and 1 a.m. and I'm
Yeah.
just be there like, yo. it's
Nigga,
lit.
I was up
They
all
did
the
a
time.
crocodile versus a shark,
Really?
and a crocodile like swam out into the ocean. Like, what would happen if these two animals met?
Did they do bears and gorillas?
Yeah, they did.
Really?
That's
And
why they
so
did it
who-
on the other guys. I thought that shit was super funny because
Yeah.
they did do that.
So who won the matchup in this
It
show?
was a bear.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Unbelievable.
I don't. Y'all know
Science.
I'm super like opinion and usually have like strong
And
stances.
they did like silverback, like the
Really?
biggest, thickest, strongest gorilla. You could
I don't
possibly-
have a strong stance on this. I just go back to what people always talk about, like humans being the supreme being because we have opposable thumbs in gorillas.
Whatever.
So that's why. That's literally the only reason.
That's how.
So, like a fucking gorilla is like what 300, 400 pounds.
Is it?
Yeah, I looked it up. But a grizzly is like 600 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of massiveness with claws
And
Yeah.
that I forgot what that
and sharp ass
what's
teeth.
that shoulder muscle. That's right. They have
The
this shoulder.
traps.
Not I don't know. It's called something different on a bear.
Delts.
Your
deltoid.
deltoid.
I need.
No,
to,
these
no,
are
I,
your
it's
deltoids.
like where
I don't even know, bro. Shit.
I'm gonna
These
Google
are your
it
traps.
because no, but on a bear, I think it
Oh.
might be different. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
whatever it is, like that's the muscle that can help them like knock over.
But
Yeah.
bears can't throw
Whatever.
a jab, and gorillas can.
It doesn't. Bears can wrestle. You never seen bear wrestling?
Yeah, I have, but they can't throw a jab.
They don't need to, bro.
Like,
Like,
they squaring
if
up.
they- if
He's
they
just
hit-
gonna
if they
swing and
hit-
slice.
Right.
Gorillas
if they
can
hit-
wrestle too.
Did you see how that thing fucked up Leonardo
They pick up-
DiCaprio?
Leonardo DiCaprio is a gorilla.
But still, like that's just claws tearing through
Yeah.
flesh.
But I also always hear about, well, not always, but the one story about the chimp that tore the lady's face off like it was nothing, and that's just what they do all the time. Like I'd imagine that a gorilla.
They
could
ripped
do-
your nigga foot off one time.
Yeah, I'd imagine that a
The gorilla
gorilla
could
could do
just
that
snap.
to the extreme.
I don't know.
Gorillas are strong. Bro.
Again, I don't have a strong stance on this. I just think it'd be gorillas.
I think it'd be.
But y'all could
gorillas, too.
easily
I think so.
convince me
Like
that it could
gorillas
be a bear.
are pretty nimble, but like bears are kind of too for being as big as
Yeah.
they are, and it's a bear.
Yeah.
That's one of the strongest animals. Like,
But what
land
can a bear
animals.
do if a gorilla get in a headlock? Like it can't reach back.
I don't even know. If
I
it
mean,
can, I don't even
this-
know if it can get in the headlock. You know how big a grizzly bear's like neck is. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's gonna be
A
able to
gorilla
like
probably could get in a headlock.
get a wrap
I
wrap
think if
around
it
him.
comes down to
maybe.
straight, obviously when it comes down to strength, the bear is winning. I only think like a gorilla might think human like and might use more logic, and that's why I think it might be gorilla.
That
But-
nigga start doing taijutsu and shit.
But
like,
if the gorilla doesn't
they
use
have it
any
on Amazon,
logic,
Brandon, on
if the
Prime
gorilla
Video.
doesn't use any
Right.
logic, then it's a bear.
It's called
for sure.
Animal Face Off.
but I think a bear wins.
It's on Prime. I got Prime too. I may gotta get into that.
You gotta look at bite force because they're gonna definitely use their teeth.
Oh
I
yeah.
think a bear might win, bro.
I think a bear might win.
No, not a bear.
I think
a
a
gorilla.
bear. It depends on if you getting out there the heaviest weight that they can be, which is a 400-pound gorilla versus a 600-pound
Yeah.
grizzly bear. That's a lot of weight and a lot of strength. You ever try to fight a big fat ass nigga? Like,
But you can still. But it's
And they
little
wrap
niggas.
you up.
Yeah, it's little niggas that be big niggas all the time.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like if they put that weight on you, they. Put
But
that
I
weight
feel
on
like
you.
a gorilla could probably
Be
Oh.
more
lift-
elusive.
But like,
So
no,
what
but I'm
they
saying
did-
when
I-
you boxing and
So,
stuff
look,
like that,
in
they
this
put that
Animal
weight on
Face-Off-
you, like they wear you down.
Oh, more episodes.
But a gorilla's strong, Jerry.
yeah, I feel like it could lift
But a
more than
gorilla-
like 3 times its body weight or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
But a damn bear too. I think a bear's stronger.
So they
That's
didn't do bear versus gorilla in Animal Face. They did Siberian tiger versus grizzly bear.
Mm.
I think grizzly won. They did gorilla versus leopard. Because we all seen that in Tarzan.
Yeah.
I don't know which one won that, but
All right, so since
it might-
we on animals, I kind of want to talk about an animal instinct that I have. So on a podcast I listened to, Flagrant 2, Andrew Schultz, he was talking about how he was listening to some other guy talk about how men don't close cabinets, drawers, all that stuff because it's a way of them marking their territory. And I didn't realize this was an issue that other people had. Tatiana always gets on me about not closing cabinets, like when I'm making dinner, I'm in the kitchen or whatever, or just in the room, I'll open up drawers, take clothes out, and I will try to be mindful about this because I know how much it bothers her. Before I go into the drawer, I'm like, okay, let me get these drawers, make sure I close the drawer when I'm done, and I always forget. I can't help it. Same thing when I'm cooking in the kitchen, I'll grab a plate, leave the thing wide open, and apparently it's just a way of me marking my territory. I didn't even know. It's an instinctual animal,
you said, what
instinctual.
you say a couple podcasts ago? It's 20 or 21. You're not taking nothing from nobody anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly.
These cabinets are staying
I
open.
think that's just an excuse to be lazy.
Agree, 100% agree.
Maybe, but when I heard this on the podcast, I was like, maybe it's a thing.
Because it
y'all-
makes sense to you because you're biased.
I
Niggas
guess.
just be doing it, yeah.
I'm not saying I'm okay with, like, I hate that
I
I,
don't even
do
know.
it.
I don't even know if it's laziness. It might just be forgetfulness. Like
I would say
I guess.
forgiveness because
Yeah.
my girl do it all the time. And well, not all the time, but she
Well,
do
his
it.
brain just being lazy.
She
He's
does
just
it often,
forgetting
and
shit.
I'm just like, yo, just close the bathroom cabinet.
Bro, the worst is when you like just walk in the dark and then you walk into a damn cabinet because
that's crazy.
See, that's my fear.
Danny's
I
like,
did
nah, this
that
is my
before.
place.
I'm
That's
like,
my
bro,
fear.
what
Phil,
the?
you just live here with me. This is my place. That's what Danny be saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what the hell? Who would leave this open like
Yeah.
this?
I go in the kitchen cabinet. I'm like, why does she keep the kitchen cabinet.
See, but it's not that bad for us because usually I'll notice, like, especially if I'm going to bed, oh shit, I left that open. It's just at that very moment I'll forget, and then later I'll realize, oh, I left that open. Let me close it. So it's never a point where I've like walked into.
She specifically does it with the bathroom cabinet, and I just think she likes it open. But
Quick
She don't like
access.
looking at her reflection. Maybe that's what it is.
no, it's
She got them Dorian Gray vibes.
I don't know, bro, because I take hot showers, so then I get in there and like all my shit's moist, and I'm like, I don't want to grab moist deodorant. I'm like,
All your stuff's moist.
yeah, all my.
Gabe. Shout out Gabe.
So it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
So I'm the only one. Y'all, AJ, you don't leave cabinet. I feel like you're forgetful. You don't.
I am, but I don't really leave counters open.
Really.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm very like tedious.
I
with
think that
things
might
like
have been like I might have not scarred, but like my mom scared me into never
Yeah.
doing that because she was yelling at my dad for doing it a lot.
I feel like
he
as
would
a
just-
kid I didn't do it. I don't know.
I think as a kid, like sometimes I would leave the fridge. Like I would go and something get in the fridge. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely going to get something else, and then I would forget and not get something,
Yeah.
and then whatever. I don't do it no more though.
It's your low key way of being dominant.
Yeah.
Or like when you close the cabinet, it doesn't close all the way, and you're like, damn it.
It's
And
our
you
low
gotta turn back around
key,
and close the damn thing.
low key way of marking your territory.
Do you leave the
being
refrigerator
dominant.
open too?
No, that I don't do. If the fridge has ever been left open, it's because like something's stopping.
Do
it
you
from
leave your
being
dresser
closed.
drawer open?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true
all
too.
I'm probably worse about that.
That's
than
the
actual
worst,
cabinets.
walking into those things. That's like a nut shot.
Yeah,
Or a shin shot?
Yeah.
It's low.
Especially low. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
that really pisses.
I walked to
Tatiana
your
off.
house and I got hit in the nuts because you left a damn cabinet open. I'd be pissed.
Do you leave the seat up?
Nah, there's been like it's very few. Like the percentage is very very low.
So
It's
hold on.
happened,
Since
but it's not a
since the
constant
seat
thing.
is up, is it if it's yellow? Do you let it mellow?
No, I flush
Yo,
every single
what?
time. I flush every single
I used to do
time.
that in my last relationship. I used to
If
always
it's
get in
brown,
trouble
it can
for
go
leaving the
another
seat up.
round.
I used to always get in trouble.
Nah.
I'm just kidding. You gotta flush it down.
All right, if y'all have nothing about that or nothing else about that, we can move on to streaming. So something I wanted to talk about last podcast, but we got pretty backed up. Apparently, Willy Wonka is coming out with a prequel, which at this point I'm kind of sick of
Is it Johnny
Remakes.
origin stories, prequels, all that stuff. But this, they can go like a really dark, twisted way, which I think could be super interesting, depending on who the director is. But
It
like,
depends on what.
Willy Wonka was the gold chocolate bar, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the guy and like, isn't there what brand is like Nerds is a Wonka is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Willy Wonka thing.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nerds,
Nerds is Wonka.
I feel there's some other candies. Or
I
whatever
probably
it
wouldn't
is,
watch the
but-
new one, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like if they go a weird and dark twisted way, it just like
Destroys it.
not destroys it, but yeah, it kind of makes like you view that movie in a different light.
I feel like they have
and no
to,
matter
though.
what, like
Because how could this nigga not turn out the way that he did without going dark and twisted?
I don't know, maybe he was just always weird
I guess.
and he liked making candy.
I'm
But like,
just-
yeah, whatever happened to those kids? That what do you call it?
Because not only does he
didn't-
just like he makes a whole place with like
Orange midgets?
Yeah, there's orange little people that he
Little
has
people
like
as midgets.
that he has as his minions. He has like these tunnels all throughout his place. Like the nigga loves candy. Wait, it has to be twisted.
like
Like
little
if it's not, then I don't want to
Gobstoppers
watch
is a
it.
Wonka.
Yeah. What do you think, Brandon? How could they go with this movie?
I mean, I would think this nigga would go super dark.
It has to.
Or to make it
Because-
super happy because it's candy.
Yeah,
It'd be
that
real
could
sweet.
be cool.
There's
Nah,
no
nah,
way.
nah,
It could be. It started off dark, and then he became this great person.
Yeah. It's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And you see that in a lot of movies. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be a damn bummer the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Just
So
tough remake.
I think it goes dark, and then it comes to the light. But I think it goes real dark.
I definitely think they go. The nigga's parents never let him used to eat candy. He probably grew up vegan like Phil.
Nah, because I ate
and-
candy as a kid.
And he only watched Sports
Oh.
Center.
You watch Sports Center only.
Shout out to Lil
Combo
Luke.
of Luke and Phil.
He definitely didn't eat candy as a kid. So then once he got his own shit going, got his own money, he's
Started
like,
making
I'm
up the
gonna
best
make
candy.
a candy factory. He probably killed his own
Yeah,
parents.
because he's not chunky for someone who.
Eats a lot of
Yeah,
shit.
he probably fed his parents the candies that made Violet or whatever her name is.
Purple.
Yeah, blow up. He fed them till they blew up. That's probably what happened. I don't know. I want to see what they end up
So
doing.
in this
with
movie,
it.
like all the kids that just died, right?
Yeah.
In the
get
original Willy Wonka or whatever.
he reincarnates them into
Can't-
Oompa Loompas.
I don't think I ever watched it that far. Honestly, I always thought it was weird.
What?
Yeah, it was
is a
pretty weird,
great.
but
I've never
whatever.
seen the
I don't
Johnny
think I've
Depp
seen it
one,
through.
but I have the
I didn't see.
original.
I didn't see the Johnny Depp one either.
I'm just tired of remakes. Can we just?
But
get
I
more
saw the
originals?
original with the guy who's the meme now. Like,
What?
you never seen those memes where Willy Wonka's like, oh, like he's like, oh, really? Is that
Oh
like,
yeah.
But
the original.
wait, who are the actors that they're debating on with who they're gonna pick?
That I don't know. I think it was just a thought at first. I don't know if they've announced who's directing, who the actors are.
Oh, never mind. I
Yeah.
saw that. I saw it on one of the profiles I followed. Like, who would you want to play? I think it was Spider-Man. What's his name? Tom Holland and like Timothy Chalamet. It's
Yeah.
like who they were saying. Like, would probably be
I
good.
don't know.
But streaming wise, is there anything y'all been watching this week?
Not that I mean, I did watch the Euphoria.
Okay. What'd you think about it?
I thought it was lit. I thought it was really good. I think it was, like you said, you liked it more than the root one, but it was just more action. Like
Yeah,
people were,
that's true.
she was moving around
Yeah,
more.
it
like
wasn't one location.
you got more info about her mom. Yeah, it was more of that, and then I think it gave clarity to like where things are, because like the way the first season ended, it kind of was like, it kind of went to like Rue was in New York, right, or something like that with her.
My memory's bad. I don't remember.
I don't know. Well, I can't remember for sure, but I guess it was. I'm guessing it was New York, but they
Yeah.
just said there was just the city. I don't know
Yeah.
if they ever specified what city it was, but yeah, and it was kind of cool because you're trying to figure out, all right, is this what she's thinking or is this real life?
Mhm.
And I don't know. I liked that. I thought it was really good. Really well done. Writing was good. The
Yeah.
acting was good,
They
especially all her
snapped.
monologues.
Yeah.
She's super snapped.
Yeah.
And the thing was, I'm watching this and I'm like, because the girl who plays her obviously is a real trans.
Yeah.
So how crazy was it for her to act this? Or
Yeah.
that was probably her real life,
Yeah.
or like
exactly.
or like that could be super very close and very real. And if like you're acting, but if it's that close to your real life, that how real that must
Yeah.
feel for you, that's still stress and like mental stress and whatever.
Anguish.
Or you could be so comfortable that it comes easy to you.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like when you get to that point, you've already turned that
Even-
trauma into something positive. You've learned how to
Maybe, yeah.
compartmentalize it probably and
Mhm.
release those emotions.
still
So
But
some
yeah, but
backlash.
even-
now it's just you
even
living
still,
your
like,
life.
Yeah.
That's true, but at the same time, if you had to relive all your traumas, it's still gonna affect you. You know.
Yeah.
But at that
I don't
point, they're
know,
just
'cause I don't
tapping
think so.
into it.
I
But
don't
you're
think so.
you're different. You're
Yeah,
different.
I don't think so
Yeah.
personally. Like if I had to like if I was still in acting and I had to go back to like tough scenes, I
Yeah,
would
you
be
told-
able to.
When you the scene where your director lady punched you or whatever, you said you actually you
Wait,
felt
you
those
got
things?
punched?
Yeah.
Yeah, she pushed
the
me.
chest.
She pushed me in the chest.
I didn't know this. I know
Yeah,
she
Like
She
yelled at
you got really pissed, and you said you actually really felt that stuff. But
No,
so-
like no, I got mad because I had to like break down. It was like an emotional exercise because I was like had to do this monologue where I was really angry, and I get to a certain level of anger where I'm just like, all right, cool, and she's like, no, you need to go deeper than that. And I'm like, well, I'm trying, and so she's like, no, you can go deeper than that. And I'm like, yo, I'm trying. So I got
she gave
frustrated.
him 3 straight.
And
bro.
I'm like, all right.
To the-
And so she like gets in my face, motherfucker, you're mad. Boom, blast me right in the chest. Now I want you to get mad at me. Boom, get me again. Now do your monologue, action. And then it like she got me there, and so I did it. And then like afterwards, I was shaking because I hadn't been that mad.
Yeah.
But it
Well,
wasn't a traumatic experience.
It wasn't
I,
that it was, but you
yeah,
still got to that.
I got there, so I enjoy being in that moment though. Is what I'm saying. So like
Yeah.
it was for me personally. It was like once I broke that mode, it was like, damn, I didn't know I had this in me. So if I had to go back, so when I actually did do my monologue, it was so much easier to get
Yeah.
there. And like one of the dudes in the audience was like, "Yo, I thought you had the best one because we felt the anger from it." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, y'all only felt that just because of last
And-
couple classes ago, I
Yeah.
got punched in my chest for that shit."
Yeah, and another thing is that I'm referring to her as she. I don't know her pronouns or whatever,
Yeah.
but she's only. Oh, it says she right here in this thing, so I'm guessing they know. But she's only 21.
Yeah.
So you're saying you could do that now at what 30?
Yeah.
But-
I was 20.
and she's playing a 15-year-old
27.
Was it
27, 28.
Yeah, 27,
27,
28.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying we were
But I'm
talking
older.
about right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about right now. That was her life 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. That's why I'm saying like, yo, this could. That's
But
that's,
you never
that's an
know the
incredible
mental
amount.
fortitude
Yeah,
of
you
that
never,
person,
you never,
yeah.
you never know for sure. But like,
Yeah.
it has to. It couldn't have been easy.
No, I'm not saying it's
Like,
easy.
Not
I'm
that
just,
it was easy, but like, I don't know.
But she's like I said, she's been living it, so she's probably has a certain kind of like a threshold for
like
it.
a word thought for it.
And so she could probably tap into it.
Yeah.
And not whenever you tap into those emotions, there's backlash from it.
Right.
But she's probably been through so much shit that like this is not as much anymore, because like once you get
Yeah,
acclimated
we're all
to
just like speculating.
yeah,
But,
when you
but,
get
but my,
it's simple.
my take was like
once
it could be real, like that could be reliving, that could be tough, you know.
Yeah.
But once you get acclimated to the pain, like
But I'm just saying, from like even from a acting standpoint, you made it.
Yeah.
So if you're able to go like to live like a transgender world that's so much different, that comes with so many of its problems and like hate and backlash, for you to already have made it that far and been successful being who you are, it might still be somewhat traumatic, but I would assume that because you made it that far, being comfortable in your own skin, it's probably not that bad.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's like
So I'm not,
a traumatic experience for her to go through it again.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, couldn't have been easy type thing.
Yeah.
Which is really basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy for me to think about my dog that died.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure it's not like that wasn't easy for her. I mean, I'm not sure, but like I can.
Yeah.
It's probably more likely than not that it was not an easy thing to do that. And if it was, like, or regardless of whether it was or not, that's more power to her. That's super dope.
Yeah, I think
She
it's
did a
cool.
great job.
Yeah, I just really think it just really depends on the person. I'm not arguing against you. I'm just saying it just really depends on the person and their mental fortitude. Because I can cry on command, but the way to do that is have to relive something
Exactly.
traumatic
That's what
to
I
me.
did.
But it doesn't hurt me.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt me as much anymore. Like not nearly as much as when that initial
You just
thing
get the
happened.
feeling back. Yeah. You can just get the emotional reaction,
Yeah,
but it
you get
doesn't
an emotional
affect
reaction, but it's more superficial than it is like.
Because you just
a
pull
deep
from a
hurt.
dark place. It's weird. It's like you have these reserves.
Right.
Yeah,
No, I've done that before.
Yeah.
She was like, I thought I wanted to be an actor too. I was like, let me try out, see if I can do this. And
Yeah.
But like you guys haven't seen the episode, so you don't understand like the complexities of what she's talking about as that character.
Yeah.
And she said, like in the scene, she's sitting in
Like
she's
a
at
therapist
a
office.
therapist
Yeah.
office, like going through this stuff and has to act that way or whatever. And like sometimes method acting is easier for people if they not easier, but that's what some people do. They pull from experiences to get to certain places. But even still, like I forgot who.
That's what we did.
I forgot who I was watching with. It was one of the Hollywood Reporter things where they said they needed to take a break or something after something they did because it was so like they were so engulfed in that person.
But that's like months upon months. So I
And that's
understand
years
that,
of
yeah.
training too, because we did it like that's what we were taught. Like for a lot of our practices in acting was you have to go back to something that made you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
So we do like these meditation things where she'd be like, all right, well, I need you to make yourself cry. Close your eyes, the room's dark, and you sit there for 5 minutes. She's like, I need you to think of something traumatic that makes you cry. And then like you wake up and all the actors in the class are fucking bawling their eyes out because they're just like, and then she goes, well, what are you thinking about? And they tell you, and it's like, fuck, man, all this shit's heavy.
Yeah.
And then from there you go into, okay, now we go into the scene.
Right.
Yeah.
So even still with method acting, a lot of the times, like you still have to keep stuff real, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like it still has to affect you for
Yeah.
you to get there.
Yeah.
For you to make yourself cry, it still has to somewhat affect
But
you a
it
little bit.
doesn't have the same.
It doesn't have
it
the
doesn't
same
cut
that it
as
used
deep.
to, but like still, that's still stress.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, but I'm just saying it's probably not to the extent that you may be thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Maybe
I'm not
saying
it's like as bad as it was originally.
It's still
but, like,
tough. Like I
right.
understand, like it's still tough, but I feel like it's not to the magnitude because it's just not. I think so. Like I've taken acting classes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And to relive trauma, something that's happened to you, It hurts. It does hurt. I admit to that, but
Yeah.
it's not as bad as when it initially happened.
Right.
Like it's nowhere near as bad when it initially happened because you know what I'm saying. Because if it was that,
I know that is nowhere near, but like I'm not sure that she has relived that kind of stuff multiple times, kind of thing.
But
where people,
but again,
I
it just goes
probably
down to the
would.
person who it is.
I
'cause-
probably
that's what I'm
so.
saying. It does come
Yeah.
down to the person, but even still, that's what I'm saying. It makes it so crazy is because of the kind of stuff that they're talking about. She's talking about going through, and like I don't know. Maybe it's just because to me, being trans or what trans people go through, and the different levels and different I don't know, different ways you can not be attacked per se, but be attacked by people who are super close to your family, your parents, whoever it is.
Yeah.
People who are like, I don't understand what this is, and hey, I don't think you understand what this is because you're young and whatever. Like there's so many different levels rather than
of course.
than whatever. So that's why I think it has more magnitude to me. And to me, I'm just maybe it's not as bad, and I'm just imagining it being worse.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm like, all right, I feel like this is a different level than.
Yeah, because I mean,
Wait, guys.
I was
Happy
in it.
birthday to Grizz. Happy birthday to Grizz. Happy birthday, dear Griswaldo.
I'm gonna just let Phil do this. He's doing a
Happy
great job.
birthday.
You sound like Marilyn Manson or Marilyn Monroe. I mean,
Marilyn
Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe.
And you know, happy Earth Strong, because Zach hates when I change
Yeah,
words.
it's my birthday, guys.
Yes,
I'm,
sir. A 1 year older.
27.
How old are you now?
Yeah,
27.
27.
I ruined it.
guys.
Spoiler
So
alert.
anybody trying to throw 27 ass bikes, holla at my dog.
Hey man,
27.
Hey man,
All right.
it's another trip around this fucking sun. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So another revolution, baby. And it is the age of Aquarius now. So,
And
you know.
I mean, yesterday was technically the full moon, but today's moon is pretty full.
Oh, it's
What's the
full
opposite of
enough, baby.
retrograde?
Let me hear it, Brendan.
Power grade.
All the dogs in the neighborhood about to wake up.
The listeners just got so annoyed.
They're like, yo,
All right, we can move on.
who's
now.
this fucking wolf guy? Hey, no, that's a funny thing, real quick. So back when I was younger, I always wanted to be a werewolf. And I remember one time I took the trash out and it was a full moon. And I was standing out there and I was
Trying to get
like, it would be a shame if somebody would bite me right about now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my neck is open. It's exposed.
It's a vampire,
You know, if
bitch.
a werewolf just came out of nowhere, he'd have a free lunch.
A lichen?
You know?
A lichen bite his-
Yeah, but it never came. And I remember I was like, what the hell you doing out there, boy? Yeah, funny stuff.
Well, isn't it a vampire biting next or werewolves do that too?
Werewolves bite you wherever they can
Lichens
bite
bit
you.
you too in that underwear, right?
I don't know what the fuck a
Werewolves.
lichen
They
is.
bite you and it's a werewolf.
Yeah.
They bite you in your
I thought
underwear.
it was like that
What
monster.
the fuck would they bite you in your underwear?
And I said they
In the
bit you in the
underworld.
underworld because the
Underworld,
movie
yeah.
was the underworld, right?
Yeah.
Underwear after your friend.
Yeah, they so to turn into a lichen or a vampire, you would either have to get bitten or like scratched deeply for you to turn, and you know, stuff like that. So that's how you would turn into a werewolf.
Do you need
There's-
help?
You need help.
There's some other.
Are those presents for Brandon for his birthday?
It's his birthday right now.
It's Santa.
Scream happy birthday.
She's like, no, it's not. How you gonna tell me when I was born, nigga? hey, but other than that, the liking bullshit. Hey, Kid Cudi, happy birthday, bro.
Oh, shit.
wow.
You're my birthday brother.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, so yeah, my favorite artist, and we share the same birthday. Like, come on, bro.
That's the fourth time you said it on the
That's a
podcast.
lot.
Say it one more time.
It is.
He gonna hit you with the
You
shit
know
like
how
that,
much
make
Brandon
us not
loves
want to
Kid
meet
Cudi?
each other.
Yeah, yeah,
He gonna
man.
hit you with the Eminem response, bitch.
It's like, Brandon, why are you so mad?
I knew that you was a fan.
Man.
All right, so we can finish up on sports. We would save Super Bowl predictions for next episode, but that would come out after the Super Bowl. So, Phil, so far, I think you haven't made a correct prediction
Oh, for
yet.
2.
No,
It's
you've
lit.
been wrong prior because you were wrong
You've been
before
wrong
last
forever.
episode.
Really?
But who you got winning the Super Bowl, Phil?
If we put up a poll, whatever Phil votes for,
This is hard
is
for
gonna
me
lose.
because I bet against Tom Brady last week, and I don't
Okay.
want to bet against him again.
Yeah.
And the thing is that
To be honest, it wasn't Tom Brady last week. He threw 3 interceptions.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll probably go Mahomes.
I mean, he looked good in the first half.
Yeah, but I'll probably go Mahomes just because the Patriots beat him the first time around in the regular season.
So he's gonna get back.
Or not the Patriots, Tampa Bay beat
Yeah,
him.
I want to say the Chiefs also, but like
And he's a black quarterback, so you know.
I don't want to be wrong with Phil.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna still say
Are you
Chiefs,
coming
even
off
though
a concussion and stuff?
And
Who,
Andy
Mahomes?
Reid.
Yeah.
he played last week.
Yeah, and Andy Reid. So you know I fuck with Andy Reid. So wish he was doing that with the Eagles.
So who are you saying?
Taking the Chiefs.
Chiefs?
Taking the Chiefs. God, I hope I'm
Who are you
right.
taking?
I fucking hate Tom Brady.
I knew he was going to say that shit.
I hate him with a passion. As being a Dolphin fan my whole damn life, I fucking hate Tom Brady. So I'm going with Patrick Mahomes.
Well, of course, I'm going Bucks. That's my team. So I've been saying it all season. Our corners suck. So I don't know how we're gonna.
Hey, Zach, go sit on the corn cob, bro.
I don't know how we're gonna contain Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce, but we'll see. Go
Yeah,
Bucks.
Tyreek Hill took off on you guys in the first time, right?
Yeah.
It's been the stat 7 receptions, 7 for 7, and 200 yards in the first
Yeah.
quarter.
And
the Chiefs' defense is
hopefully,
playing well too.
both our receivers can fucking catch the ball, not one or the other. Godwin and Mike Evans both have
And Brown is out or
had a
what?
case of the drops. Brown, I'm not sure if they've said if he's actually playing or not.
Yeah, I feel like it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's always like
He should be good enough.
he wants to play in the Super Bowl, so he'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
And then Antoine Winfield Jr., hopefully he'll play. But
Dang, winning the Super Bowl as a rookie, that's kind of lit.
this will be the first time the Super Bowl host is playing in the Super Bowl. So
It's a home game. That's
I'm hyped.
wild.
I'm hype. I have no Bucks. I haven't had Bucks gear since I was a Jit. So I need to get some more Bucks gear
You're gonna get the creamsicle
now that
ones?
I'm of age. Yeah.
So are you like gonna, if they win, are you
Now
gonna
that
like,
you're of
move to
age.
Tampa?
You
said
gonna get a
what?
Brady
Are
jersey
you
if they
gonna move
win?
to Tampa and celebrate Gasparilla?
No, I would never live in a place where they spell Jit with a G. So no.
Okay.
Yeah. But anything else y'all got?
I just read something on Twitter earlier where a WNBA player, I guess she's trans, she chopped off her boobs, and they released a statement of support. So I
Wait,
was-
what?
Congrats to her.
I guess the WNBA player that's trans chopped off her boobs. I could have
Chopped
read
off
Why
that.
you had to
She
say
got
it
a
like that?
she got a
Like, why
surgery.
you had to say chopped off? Like,
You're making it seem like she mutilated herself.
yeah, like come
Nah,
on,
she
bro.
took off her boobs.
Yeah, you said chop. I thought that like it was like some Vincent Van Gogh type stuff.
Yeah, like bro.
And
that-
I was like, yo, and they're
sounds
proud of
very,
her?
Like you know, like the way you made it sound. It sounds
It's
pretty
Phil.
bad.
Phil, that's
I'm
the
sorry.
only
Well,
way
she
Phil
took off
can
her
say
breast.
it.
My bad. She removed.
She had a surgery.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna take them off.
I don't know,
She
bro.
took
But
off her boob bra.
but she made changes and they supported, so that was dope.
All right,
Okay.
congrats to her.
Phil's trying to be positive, and yeah, that's what we were trying to tell you. Like you say things a certain way, we know you mean well.
Yeah,
And we're
but
just
it's
trying
like,
to be like, yo, say these words
And then
instead.
Phil,
Yeah,
I
say
said
this
what I
instead.
said.
I said what I
I
said.
said what I
Yeah,
said.
because my whole life, my mom has been telling me, son, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And my whole life is like, I go, Mom, like, I don't, that's how I say it. I can't change the way I say it, or at
Yeah,
least I
but you
can't.
can though. Yeah,
But I don't want to.
bro, you changed the way you eat.
I do. I've been nicer. I've been on this trying to be more positive and caring and supportive and like all these things. So I'm trying to turn a new leaf.
We appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, just don't say chopped off, bro. Just,
Or
She
took him off.
Or took them off.
Okay, how about she negated him?
She negated
Just
her.
stop. Just stop.
Yo, go like say something worse. Can you outdo yourself?
I'm just kidding. She had a surgery and all that good stuff. Is it body augmentation?
Yeah,
Phil, just shut the fuck
that's you could say that.
Is that right?
I don't know.
up. I don't know. But
It's
I
not
Because-
wrong.
because-
It's not the best way you can say it, but
because
it's not
you
wrong.
said it, I probably won't ever say it like that. I won't ever call it like that.
Does that doesn't have a negative connotation though, no?
It doesn't, but it's not the
it's
best.
just the way
possible
you
way
say
to
it, bro. It's just the way you say it.
I guess people get breast augmentations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's how Phil says it. It just sounds bad.
No, I don't think it sounded bad when you said it, but I'm just not gonna co-sign that just because of your history. I don't. In the moment, on record, like on this thing, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Because I can't think that fast. I'm not gonna do the research. So,
Right, fine.
All right, I do want to
but you're getting
say.
better though. You're trying.
I do want to say we're on TikTok now. Never thought I'd see the day where we're on TikTok.
Are we gonna do the silhouette challenge?
Soon you'll see us doing TikTok dances.
Did you put the June bug on there?
Yeah, I put
talk about
Junebug on
challenges?
it.
Damn, you gonna get in there and be like,
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do another June bug challenge because
Oh, you gonna see us doing all the
Corvette,
TikTok
Corvette.
dances. Hopping them up.
Forget stupid ass dance. Yo.
All right, but it's been another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 13.
Make sure you like and subscribe to our Instagram. I don't know what the hell
We want. I know it's
Instagram,
gonna
Twitter,
be late, but we
YouTube.
want.
Instagram, Twitter, YouTube,
TikTok.
TikTok.
And make sure y'all hop in our comments and wish Grizz a happy birthday, a
That's
happy
exactly what I
Earth
was gonna
Strong.
say. You
Yeah.
took my thunder, man.
Oh my fault. If y'all don't, we at y'all niggas
I'm
next.
getting
I was gonna-
old.
I was gonna say we to have people comment what they want to hear us talk about on the pod.
Oh, yeah.
sure.
If y'all
But,
ever have questions,
Yeah, ask us.
yes.
If y'all ever wants to
friendly.
talk about something, we an open book, so we talk about the good, the bad, the real ugly. It don't
Yeah.
matter.
If there's spelling mistakes in the replies, it's probably Phil.
I don't reply anymore. After we posted a story right after that, so I had to delete it and was like, I'm gonna just leave that to y'all.
All right, hit the drop.
Ba-ba-ba!